Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Good morning and afternoon. Welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. We have had loads of help in the kitchen. Jace and my husband Ron put the bacon so we could put it in the oven. Noah took the stems off the strawberries. Lila and Jake broke the eggs for some scrambled eggs. I put the hash browns on. And now we're making...
I don't even want to pronounce it.
Aebleskivers. They're a Danish... They're really like a pancake donut.
Yeah.
And you have to have a special pan to make these. And I got this, your dad bought it for me years ago when I taught at West Nottoway.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So this is my Aebleskivers pan, and you can see it has indentations, and it's cast iron, and it's wonderful. So we're going to walk you through the process of actually making Aebleskivers. So in the bowl, the wooden spoon you can use to mix. We have 2 cups of flour. And in the ramekin, the little green one, Jake's going to add to that 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a tablespoon of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt or soda. That's all in there. Okay.
Got it.
And he's also going to stir in 2 egg yolks, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 2 cups of buttermilk. And if you don't want to buy buttermilk because you just wouldn't use it, you can do like we do, and we make our own just by mixing vinegar with some milk. So he's going to stir those together, and then once he gets that all combined, I have taken the egg whites and used my mixer and beat those to stiff peak, and he's going to fold that in.
Flavor pockets.
That's right. I'm going to stir the hash browns while you're doing that.
All right.
Lila, you think you'll like Aebleskivers?
Yeah.
I bet Noah will too. And you can eat them with...
I do like hash browns.
Yeah, you like hash browns. And you like pancakes. And you like donuts.
How can you go wrong?
Yeah, really. So when you eat the Aebleskivers, you can just don't overmix it. Okay, now fold in the egg whites. When you eat Aebleskivers, you can have syrup on them like you would.
Why does it look like whipped cream?
It kind of does, doesn't it? You can use syrup. You can just put powdered sugar on them, however you like to eat your pancakes.
This just adds a little fluff to them, doesn't it?
Yes, so you just fold that in, and Lila, don't touch this, okay, because I'm going to turn this on.
Okay.
So it's starting to get hot.
You feel the hot is on my stool.
Yeah, you're almost as tall as me when you're on the stool, aren't you?
Yeah. And also, you could put some melted chocolate on.
Yeah, you probably could, couldn't you? Like you would a crepe or something like that.
Like you could, like, put chocolate in a bowl, and then you can put it above the pan and wait for it to melt.
Like a double boiler.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be...
You can do it
No,
like
you want to
that.
get those mixed in.
Okay.
Okay. So in each one of the cups of the Aebleskivers pan, I'm going to put just a little bit of oil in each one, and it's about a tablespoon. The glasses are fogging over, Lila, because I'm standing over this pan that's got the steam coming up.
Is it hot?
Nope, it's cold. Guess it's hot.
What would you think? Yeah, what would you think if there's steam coming up?
Kind of get all the clumpies out.
Trying to stir it in.
Please turn this burner down just a bit. Okay,
Are we
that's
happy
good.
with
Yeah. Now he's going to take that red cup
Mm-hmm.
My cookies
and
coming
fill it
out.
not quite half full. There you go. Not quite half full, and put that in each one of the cups.
Not quite half.
Yeah, because it's about a tablespoon and a half to two. Not less than that.
Oh yeah, I'll stop before I get.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Oh,
get
yeah?
a.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a photo of Daddy.
I'm dripping.
Dripping all over my stove. We get to clean that up when we're done.
Hey, it runs in the family.
Yeah,
Making a
I
mess.
know. I always do.
How about we do this? We bring the bowl a little closer so we don't drip everywhere.
Now these will bubble up just like when pancakes, when you see the bubbles come, but then they'll brown on one side, and then we'll roll them over, and they'll brown so they can brown on the other side.
I see now why you don't want to overfill.
Yeah, because they're going to grow in that
Well,
pan
and that oil, too.
and the oil, yeah.
Aebleskivers.
Okay, so Jake is now flipping our Aebleskivers so that they can brown on the other side. So you can take a fork or a knife.
Or
I like
both.
to use, or both, to kind of get some leverage and get it turned over.
I thought I had it with just the fork the first time.
And then we'll cook this side, and then we'll take them out, and they'll be done. Isn't that kind of cool? Little donut.
I'm not really doing anything right now.
I know you're not, because it's so hot. You're looking pretty with your chocolate face.
You're bringing up the video quality.
Yeah. Okay. Flipping, and then we'll have them for lunch. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm going to make several things today, but I've kind of gotten a late start. A friend of mine and I went shopping most of the day, which I shouldn't have done, but it was fun. But today I'm going to show you a recipe for lemon blueberry bread. And I thought about sharing another one of my blueberry muffin recipes because we have a couple that we like. But I thought, you know what, I think I'm just going to do the blueberry bread instead. So that's what I'm up to this afternoon. So I've got my oven preheating to 350. I've sprayed my loaf pan, and now I'm going to start making the bread. And this is kind of in my way, but I'm going to need it in a minute. I have in my bowl 1.5 cups of flour, and to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And you can go lighter on the salt if you want to. It's mostly for flavor. Put that on the way. And I'm just going to whisk these together, and then I'm going to set this aside. So now I need to mix the rest of my ingredients, but before I do, I have a cup of blueberries that I've washed, and they're still just a little bit wet, and that's what I want because I'm going to add to them a little bit of flour, about a tablespoon, and stir that in, so this way, as the bread bakes, the flour kind of adheres to the batter so that these won't all stick to the bottom. Okay. So then in my bowl, I want to mix the rest of my ingredients. I have 1/3 cup of melted butter. I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I have a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, some fresh grated lemon peel, some fresh lemon juice, and some milk, and I think I said the sugar already, and then my blueberries, and that's going to go into my mixing bowl. And then later I will show you the glaze once this bakes. Well, it's towards the end of baking, I will show you how to make the glaze. But first I'm going to mix my butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla zest, and juice with my mixer. So my butter, my sugar, my 2 eggs, vanilla, which I need half a teaspoon. Sometimes I like to use a teaspoon where it says a half a teaspoon, but this is one of those recipes that has enough other flavors going on that you don't really need to do that. Okay. Then my lemon zest and my lemon juice. So I'm gonna use my mixer and mix these together. Now that those are mixed, well mixed together, I'm gonna go ahead and add part of my flour and part of my milk. And I wanna do this in 2 additions. And I don't wanna overmix either, so I'm gonna do about half the flour. And mix that in. Then about half my milk. Mix that in. And then I'm going to do the rest of my flour and the rest of my milk. This just helps get a little more air into it without over mixing. Beater bars. Okay. Just kind of work the flour off the edges of the bowl. And then I'm ready to fold in those blueberries that I added the flour to. And then this is all going to go into my sprayed loaf pan. And I'm going to let it bake for 55 to 65 minutes, 350. I'm going to check with a toothpick just to see if it's done after 55, and if not, I have that extra 10 minutes to play with. So I'll put this in the pan, put it in the oven, and then I'll come back and show you the glaze and the finished bread. Okay, so our bread is cooling, so I'm going to make the glaze, and I have a half a cup of powdered sugar, and I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put that in. And I have about 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice and a half a teaspoon of vanilla that I'm going to put in. And this will create the glaze that goes over our bread. And the bread will still be a little bit warm when you spread this on. It won't be hot, but it'll be warm enough that this glaze will melt down into it. And I will come back and show, there's the glaze, the icing that goes on it, and I will show you the finished lemon blueberry bread. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.